come back within. And remember your nature. Your nature manifests out of infinite possibility. And what decides? What controls what your nature is going to become inside of you? Something inside of you controls all of you. So focus there. If you want to be more of you. What you believe is the vessel to receive confirmation from reality itself, whether your beliefs are accurate. But humanity has forgotten the language of how reality speaks. The primary belief you have that dictates which world you're going to manifest from is whether you're guilty or innocent. The difference between these two beliefs is like the difference between heaven and hell. The one who believes he is innocent is manifesting from within reality. The one who believes he is guilty is manifesting from the other side. The other side doesn't like humanity. And so what you believe is your vessel with which you come to receive from the world of spirit. And your belief will result in your experience. Your belief has been resulting in your experience. Your belief created your experience. So as you turn to unite with yourself, try to become aware of your beliefs about yourself. Who do you imagine you're uniting with? Because what you imagine is going to result in a response from reality itself. Every thought is a response from reality itself. Based on everything you've learned, and based on your design, your biology, this thought is what appears next. So reality is always responding. Any situation will happen, reality will respond. The humans might freeze. A human being can sometimes be shocked by the environment and have no thoughts appear whatsoever in his mind. But reality doesn't blink, it keeps going. The mind within which we exist never freezes. And so, return to uniting with yourself by improving your beliefs about yourself. All the beliefs are self-fulfilling prophecies. Your personality was created by your beliefs in how you're supposed to respond and what you're trying to accomplish. And now, as you come closer to uniting with yourself, the self would like for you to believe things that are more closely related to its real nature. In order to realize your innocence, and the more you realize that your innocence, the more you will interact with the universe in an innocent way and not cause yourself trouble, is to return to the source from where came forth everything that took place in your life. Because that source is the same source from where everything came forth from before you were even born, and including everything that took place in your life, including all your behaviors. All your behaviors were designed by a force that is not currently known to you. It's beyond you. And that force is in charge of everything. And so everything that you manifested was based on your design. Your design as it collided with the information you started accumulating. And so, none of it is your fault. It can never be your fault. It can just be aligned with your nature, and therefore it's leading you to become closer to your true self, to your true power. Or it can be a misunderstanding of your nature, and therefore it causes suffering. But never are you at fault. What you don't know cannot be used by you in order to make your decisions. This is how you were designed. You were designed to have to pick up information from your environment in order to learn how to live. And there is no accurate source of information, so mistakes were going to happen. And this is not your fault. And so, if we believe it's our fault, then we come into conflict with reality. And if we're in conflict with reality, then we are guilty. And then we don't feel the way we were designed to feel, and then we interact with life in a way that causes damage. And so realize your innocence as you realize the innocence of all of humanity. All this suffering is not because they're guilty, it's because they're ignorant. They don't understand themselves. They don't know how to please themselves. Even if we gave them all the desires of their heart that they're conscious of, the unconscious part of their heart would still not be fulfilled. And so humanity is not guilty. Humanity is simply ignorant. Humanity has forgotten its own nature. And you and I and everyone you come in contact with are in this together. We all need to figure this out if we ever want to live the life that we were designed to live. And so we're all innocent, but some of us are more aware, more awake than others. The illusion of guilt is the source of all evil. Because when we believe we're guilty, then we ourselves are evil. We become agents of evil because we're not interacting with life in an innocent way anymore. We're no longer a reliable example of a human being. This has implications in all our relationships, and most importantly, in our relationship with self. So return to the unity from where you come forth, so that you can reclaim your innocence. Whatever you thought and understood and did or said was what your nature thought was best at the time, whether it was consciously or unconsciously. And even if it was compulsive, it's all based on the design that we don't currently understand. And so don't take responsibility for what you cannot control, and try to take all your energy to affect the things you can control, to make things better where you have the power to make them better. By becoming clear of your innocence, you get to reclaim what the universe owes you as a creature that it created. As long as we're guilty, we're not asking the universe for what's rightfully ours. We're turning away, trying to hide our shame, to hide our guilt, to hide whatever it is we think we somehow did that was outside of what we were designed to do, but that could never happen, can it? We can be extremely ignorant. We can be so deprived that our animal instincts take over. We can be tortured until our brains and our hearts start malfunctioning. But all this was designed by some higher power. This is not really our choice, is it? And so to unite the elements within, because all that we can see on the outside also exists in the inside. So even though we might not be in an extreme condition like other people might be, but if other people have that condition, we have it a little bit. Because this is within the human nature. This is one expression of the human nature. And so to unite all these elements, within and without, inside the one that is perceiving, and on the collective level within all of humanity. We want to realize that everything that exists is trying to manifest its very best expression, its very deepest and sincerest hope of making things better. This is within the nature of how we were designed. Even the most horrible of human beings, in his mind, is somehow making things better. Whatever better means to him. And obviously, his definition of better is very far from better. But in his mind, in his reality, in the place that he got stuck in, that's what better looks like. And through wisdom, to guide all the elements within ourselves to realize what's really better. Because then they will all want to do what's better. This is within their nature. This is not something we have to convince them of. And so to unite all the elements is to recognize the wisdom that caused each element to be the way that it is. There's a reason. There is some type of force, some type of pressure that caused this human being to misunderstand reality. This is why he's acting out against it. And the same goes for the individual elements within our spirit. There's a reason. There's a reason for every single spark that went in whatever direction that caused conflict with reality. It was all designed by the same divine wisdom, by the same one, by the same source. Allow all of your elements to return home to their source. Their source is the unity from where they came forth, whether they were conscious of it or fighting against it. Their source is the same source, and everyone needs to return. Everyone needs to be accepted with love by the source so that they can return. If the source doesn't love them, they cannot return, and they're exiled. And then portions of the spirit are in exile. So realize your innocence. Realize the innocence of all your elements, all the portions, all the sparks of your soul, all your experiences, all your reactions. You're innocent. You have to be. Because you didn't make yourself. It's not your fault. You didn't know any better. You couldn't have known better. Because this was the only reality available. So realize your innocence and allow all your sparks to unite as one. One that's united with the source. The source is the one within all.